Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Lovington Wildcat Baseball from New Allmark Digital and One Radio Square Sports. With Don Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle. Great to have you with us on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon. Of course, this game was supposed to be yesterday, but due to a shortage of umpires, now the game will be today. It'll be the doubleheader to continue on with the district slate. Lovington at 1-8 overall on the season, 0-2 on the district season. Portales, they haven't played many games as of yet, only 1-4 on the year, but they opened up district losing to Artesia. So both teams looking to get in the win column and get back into this district race.
Yep, so this is a game that both teams really want to win equally, so we hope that they will get out there and bring their best today. It's a beautiful afternoon. Our weather, let's hope, will hold for both games today. It's looking good so far with clouds in the distance, but hopefully nothing threatening us right now. And it looks and sounds like we're doing the national anthem.
So we'll be right back. This is Wildcat Baseball.
Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
And welcome back to Lovington Wildcat Baseball from New Allmark Digital and One Radio Square Sports on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and at HobbsAmerica.com. With Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle. Starting lineups for this one for the visiting Rams of Portales. Batting first, playing center will be Dason Davis. Hitting second is the catcher Chandon Neese. Batting third is the left fielder Adrian Ontiveros. Batting fourth is the second baseman Josiah Telles. Batting in the 5 spot, playing third, Braden Mygard. Batting sixth, playing in right field, Mario Velasco. Batting seventh, playing first, Briley Neese. Batting in the 8th slot and pitching in game one of this doubleheader, Brett Mitchell, and batting ninth and playing shortstop is Caden Gutierrez. For your Lovington Wildcats, leading off and starting the day on the hill, it'll be Diego Brito. He'll be followed by Luis Garcia, the shortstop. Batting third, playing third, Damian Ortiz. In the 4 slot is the first baseman Jordy Tavera. Batting fifth and catching Victor Tejeda. Hitting sixth is the center fielder Gilbert Sanchez. Batting seventh, playing second, Jonathan Aceves. Batting in the 8th slot is the right fielder Yahir Salinas, and batting ninth and playing in right is Ryan Marquez. So Brito hopefully got the shakes out on Saturday. Did not have an easy go of it against Goddard, but a whole new day and a whole new ball game. As Dason Davis will step in, we are ready to go. As Diego looks in, gets the sign from Tejeda, kicks and fires, and that first fastball will be inside for ball one. So a 1-ball, no strike count. Brito and Tejeda are your battery. Infield first to third, Tavera, Aceves, Garcia, Ortiz. The wind and the pitch swung on and missed. Took a little bit off of that one. Got him with the changeup. And it evens up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Outfield Marquez, Sanchez, and Salinas.
And they're playing about what you expect, about normal position.
1-1 pitch from Brito comes in on Davis, and that'll run it up to a 2-ball and 1 strike count. On Saturday, Diego unable to record an out through 51 pitches and did not get out of the first inning. Had a rough one. The 2-1 pitch on the way, swung on, and that's a line shot. out to right field, going over and almost misjudging it is Salinas, but he leaps at the last moment and made the grab for out number 1. So playing with a little fire, but getting the line out for out number 1.
That was a good catch. I know. I think the outfielders are having to deal with a little bit of sun in their eye off and on, and I think that's probably harder to deal with clouds coming over and then not, than to just have constant sun that you know you're going to have to battle.
And that'll bring up Neese, and he'll take the first pitch away for ball 1. Temperature here at game time, probably right around, well, I've got a whole phone that'll tell me what the temperature at game time is. 82 degrees, and the wind in, the pitch swung on, and that's a little nubber. It's going to act just like a bunt. It goes fair, and it's going to be bobbled by Brito. He'll fire it over to first, but not in time. The guy's just not ready for that. I think you have to score that as an infield single. They keep waiting for it to go foul, but it kicked over into fair territory. So the infield oopsie single has Portales with a man on.
And really, I kept waiting for it to be called a foul because I thought it probably had hit the plate or hit him before it rolled out into the field.
So now Neese will be standing over at first, and Adrian Ontiveros, one of the lefties for Coach Tellez's squad, will settle into the left side box. Brito from the stretch now will settle in. He'll bend over, look in. Tejeda sets. Brito will set at the belt, checks on the runner over at first, now kicks and fires to the plate. That one is going to be outside for ball 1. Oh, 1 ball, no strike count. Adrian Ontiveros is the hitter, just underway here in the top of the first inning. 1 out. Runner at first is Neese with a little oopsie single. Gets about a step and a half. Tavera holds him on as Brito pickoff attempt, and sliding back in under the tag is Neese. And so we'll try again.
And Ontiveros was ready for the pitch and squared down and showed bunt, possibly to bunt or possibly just to try to throw off the catcher and give Neese a little time to steal second.
So a 1 ball, no strike count. Ontiveros at the plate. Brito checks the runner, kicks and fires, swung on and missed, throw down to second, and that one is going to be in time. Did they get him? And we're waiting. Yes, they did. Burn him down, 2-6. Garcia covering. And so burn him down. There are 2 away for Portales. And with the swing and the miss, it'll even up the count at 1-1. Yes, thank you very much. I was writing on the wrong line of my book.
That was a beautiful throw and catch. It really was textbook play there, a pickoff by Lovington.
1-1 pitch swung on, and that's a little dribbler that's going to go foul just in the right-handed batter's box. So quickly now, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And this is where Lovington has really gotten bogged down a lot of times. That they've come out and let teams get a lot of runs on them in their very first at-bat.
And the 1-2 pitch, whoa, a little chin music evens things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2 away.
Yes, so if they can get out of this and get in the dugout quickly, I think that's going to be a great start for them.
2-2 pitch, took something off of that one and waved at it and ring him up and sit him down. That is out number 3. So an interesting 3 up, 3 down, but you'll take it any way you can get it. After a half inning, Portales 0, Lovington coming to bat. You're listening to the Lovington Wildcats and watching the Lovington Wildcats and the Portales Rams on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and at HobbsAmerica.com from Walmart Digital. The only locally owned and operated welding supply shop in Lee County. Why is shopping local important? There are many reasons. Shopping local keeps your dollar right here in Lee County. The staff at General Welding Supply shops the same stores you do. How about support? General Welding Supply supports local by sponsoring schools and youth sports. Shop General Welding Supply in Hobbs and Lovington. General Welding Supply, a proud supporter of Lovington sports. Find them fast at Names and Numbers.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely. The Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
And welcome back to Lovington Wildcat Baseball. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Diego Brito will lead it off for the Wildcats. I'm TJ Miracle with Don Morgan. Let's go ahead and set Portales for you defensively. Mitchell, the left-hander, is on the hill. His battery mate is Neese. In your infield, first to third, Nice, Tellez, Gutierrez, and Mygard. Outfield left to right, Ontiveros, Davis, and Velasco.
And coming up to bat first is going to be Diego Brito for Lovington, your pitcher. And on deck is Luis Garcia, your shortstop. And batting third in the hole, Damian Ortiz, your third baseman.
Going to be very important for the Cats to come out and be aggressive at the plate today. They watched way too many just basically gimme balls against Goddard on Saturday. Too many pitches that were fastballs not moving a lot right down the middle of the plate that they just watched into the glove. So they've got to take advantage of those pitches that they can really tee off on and try and get out in front of this one early. That has been a little bit of an issue for them, is getting way behind and then having to fight from behind.
Right, getting behind early on, and they managed to get in and out of that at-bat by Portales very easily, 3 up, 3 down. So now they need to go to work. I think that's nice. Brito stepping up the plate and shaking hands with the catcher and the ump. The ump then shaking hands with the Portales catcher.
Good for the pitcher to butter up the umpire a little bit.
Not bad.
So Diego will settle into the right side box as the lefty Mitchell, actually he's a righty, out of the stretch, and he'll wind and pitch, and that first ball is going to be low and away for ball 1. Oh, it's a 1-ball, no strike count. I don't know why I thought he was a lefty for a minute. I guess I'm getting my left and my right confused again. He is a right-handed pitcher. And the 1-0 pitch on the way from Mitchell, and that one is right over the heart of the plate. We talked about ones they got to swing at. There was one of them. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the 1-ball, 1 strike count as Mitchell looks into Nice, gets the sign, and the 1-1 pitch, and that fastball is going to be low, and that'll make it a 2-ball and 1 strike count. Brito leads it off for the Cats. Garcia waits on deck. And a 2-1 count.
HobbsAmerica.com. Lovington Sports Tab.
And the hit, and Brito will get one between first and second. Rolls out into right field for Velasco, and a leadoff single for Diego Brito.
Hey, that was a nice hot shot, too. A well-hit ball going right between first and second. Not playable at all, although both Tellez and Nice drifted over trying to lunge for that ball.
So now Diego, he'll lead off about 3 steps as Nice will hold him on over at first. Garcia will settle into the left side box. Mitchell always from the stretch. Sets at the belt, kicks and fires, and that one's going to run inside for ball 1. So a 1-ball, no strike count. Runner at first is Brito with the leadoff single. Got to be careful not to get doubled up here.
Right, no outs so far.
Nope, no outs so far as Garcia settles in, open stance in the wind and the pitch, and that one knee-high right down the pipe. Another one of them you might want to think about swinging at some point.
Yeah, it was a good pitch. And Mitchell's got, some pretty good speed on the pitches so far.
So it is a 1-ball, 1 strike count. Leading off at first is Brito. Pickoff attempt, and that one is going to get away and go all the way to the fence. A bad throw, and so Diego on the horse will round second and thinks about third, but getting to it quickly is Velasco and getting it in. Gutierrez grabs it and basically looks at Brito and says, yeah, you want to try it? And Diego retreats back to second, but he will move over to second on the errant throw over. And so now a man in scoring position and a 1-1 count to Garcia at the plate. Luis, and another pickoff attempt, and that one is going to get out into center field, and bobbling it briefly is Davis, but Brito, before he can get up and get back on the horse and head to third, Davis was there and was able to get it back in. So Mitchell having a little bit of problem finding his fielders on the pickoff attempts. As Brito getting a healthy lead out there, and it's still 1-1 to Garcia at the plate. As Mitchell checks the runner and fires the 1-1 pitch swung on, and that one's heading to the parking lot for strike 2. No, a 1-ball, 2 strike count. New ball comes in from Coach Tellez.
Lovington, good job so far, putting a man in scoring position out on second base, and no outs. And that takes the pressure of a conventional double play off, at least.
Yes, it does. So the 1-2 delivery on the way. Mitchell takes his time. Now he'll fire to the plate. Swung on. That's a line shot. Going to find its way through into left center. That one's going to bounce once, go all the way to the wall. As Brito rounds third, he is heading home, and it is an RBI double to left center for Luis Garcia, and the Cats draw first blood. They lead this one 1-0 on the RBI double by Garcia.
Nice hit. That was solid. I wonder if Lovington has been working a lot this week on hitting, because they're standing up there and they're not drawing too many balls on them, not letting the pitch count get very high on them before they're swinging and making contact with that ball. Solid contact.
So now to be Damian Ortiz to the plate, the big third baseman for the Wildcats. Mitchell checks on Garcia now over at second. He'll fire to the plate and inside, and did it hit him? I don't know how it didn't. And either way, it's ball one. We've seen Damian put him out of here with not a lot of wind. He can definitely get it up if he finds one to get a hold of. And the 1-0 pitch on the way, and that one is going to be knee-high on the inside corner and even things up at 1 ball, 1 strike. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. As Mitchell looks into Neese, gets his sign. Now he'll check on Garcia, kicks and fires the 1-1, and that one is going to hit him. So the hit by pitch, and that's got runners at first and second.
And the first hit by pitch of this game, of course, we're very early in. So that's going to put runners at first and second for Lovington.
Saw way too many of those on Saturday too, with eight hit batters between the two games.
That's incredible. That's some pretty wild pitching right there, sloppy pitching. But
So
so far it's been much tighter this game.
Now Jordy Tavera, the cleanup hitter, to the plate. Lovington leading 1-0. Mitchell sets at the belt, checks on the runners. Now he'll come to the plate, and that one is going to miss off the outside corner for ball 1.
So 1-0 the count on the cleanup hitter, Tavera.
Sorry, working on some locksmithing things behind the scenes with my little brother. He's 40. He's not that little anymore. A 1-0 count as Tavera waits at the plate in the wind, and the pitch from Mitchell, and that one's going to hit the outside corner and even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah.
Garcia at second, where he stands after an RBI double. Ortiz, hit by the pitch, stands at first. Center fielder Davis playing about a step over into the power alley in left center and about halfway back in. The pitch inside, and ding-dong, back-to-back hit batters as Tavera will trot on down to first, and that'll load him up full of Wildcats.
And that's an interesting way to load them up. Not the way you want to if you're Portales. So this is interesting. No outs, bases loaded. A golden opportunity now for Lovington to put some more runs on the board, and they need to do that.
Yeah, definitely need to cash in here as Tejeda.
Timely hitting. That's what you need. Timely
settles
hitting.
into the right side box. Pretty good lead for Garcia over at third. And the wind and the pitch, and that one's going to be in the dirt. It'll get away from the catcher Neese, but he stays with it. Did a nice job staying with it to keep Garcia over at third. It'll just be ball 1, and it will not get a run home for the Cats.
Well, both the coach and the runner there on third, who is Garcia, had their eyes on the situation.
Yeah,
and now it looks like Neese is going to go out for a little mound visit along with.
Yeah, so is Coach Tellis. He's going to come out, and they're going to talk about some things. Of course, don't forget, we are your home for Lovington Wildcat and Lady Cat baseball and softball, and your home for Lovington Wildcat and Lady Cat sports all year long. Appreciate you watching on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and on HobbsAmerica.com. Next games will be on Saturday, as Dawn, you'll be across on the other side of the field over at the softball field for the doubleheader with the Artesia Lady Bulldogs coming to town.
Looking forward to that. Lovington girls are an exciting team to watch, and of course they're going to be taking on a very good team in Artesia.
1-0 pitch on the way, and that one will be on the outside corner. Evens it up at 1-1 to Tejeda. We will also have the Lovington boys game against Artesia from Artesia. Lovington girls on Lovington Sports YouTube channel and Hobbs America. The 1-1 pitch, and that one is going to be low for ball 2. The Lovington boys baseball game on Saturday will be available at HobbsAmerica.com. As well, our friends Gene Dow and Joby Hodling providing us that game on Saturday. I've drawn another assignment. As the 2-1 pitch on the way, and that one is going to miss away for ball 3. But we will have those games for you, and we're proud to do it for you right here from the Walmart Digital Solutions, One Radio Square Sports, and our family of stations. 3-1 pitch on the way from Mitchell, and that one is going to be away for ball 4. And so Tejeda will get the walk. He'll get an RBI as trotting in will be Garcia from third. and it'll move everybody around, and the chain keeps moving. Sanchez to the plate now with nobody out and still bases loaded. Checking in to run will be Xavier Ruiz. He'll be the courtesy runner for the catcher, Tejeda.
So number 6, Sanchez up to the plate again. Great opportunity for Lovington. I mean, you'll take the run any way you get it, if it's walked in or hit in. But, of course, the bad news is there's a force on any base here. But the good news is still no outs for Lovington. So if Sanchez could rip one, it could bring in a couple of runs.
Yes, he could. And the first pitch, and he shows bunt and pulls it back, and it'll run outside for ball 1. 20th pitch of the inning by my very unofficial count. It's either 20 or 21. I may have lost someone, one of those pitches somewhere is what I'm trying to say. So Mitchell checks the runner, sets, and the 1-0 pitch, and that one is going to be on the upper part of the strike zone and even things up at 1 ball and 1 strike.
And caught the outside of the plate as well.
So the 1 ball, 1 strike count as Mitchell sets at the belt. He'll deal, and that one is going to run inside for ball 2. So a 2 ball, 1 strike count. A little wind gust all of a sudden blowing through. Feels pretty good, actually. A little bit humid today as the clouds start building. The 2-1 pitch swung on, and Gilbert wanted to cash them all in. Instead goes right over the top of the ball, and it'll even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, I get the feeling Sanchez was looking to swing for the fences there with that one.
2-2 pitch on the way from Mitchell, and that one going to be swung on and missed as Gilbert goes down swinging for out number 1. So 1 away, but the base is still loaded with Ruiz at first, Tavera at second, Ortiz at third, and now Aceves to the plate. And I think Jonathan probably going to be the pitcher for game number 2. So would like to pull a little pressure off here in game 1, and that one is going to be outside. Nice job by Nice to backhand that one to keep that run over at third with Ortiz, and it's ball 1.
2 runs in for Lovington so far in this at-bat, but with the bases loaded, they would like to add to that.
1 ball, no strike count. Mitchell sets, comes to the plate, and that one is going to be away, ball 2. So Aceves, pretty consistent hitter. Just really needs to put it in play and see if he can get it out of the infield here. Bases are loaded, and the 2-0 pitch, and that one is going to get away from the catcher, and here comes Ortiz. He's chugging to the plate. The throw in, not going to be in time, and it'll get away from Mitchell, but the wild pitch is going to score Ortiz, and Lovington leads 3-0.
Wow, the wheels really coming off for Portales in this first at-bat for Lovington. But Lovington is going to take advantage of every bit of this that they can and put as many runs on the board as they can.
Yes, they are.
So runners move over. That's Tavera on third and Tejeda on second now after the wild pitch scored Ortiz from third.
3-0 count to Aceves at the plate as Mitchell looks in, gets the sign from Nice, kicks and fires, and that one is going to be away. And actually, that was ball 3.
Right. Now ball 3. 3-0 the count.
I was just trying to get ahead of myself a little bit.
Well, you were predicting
actually,
you were predicting the future.
Actually, it's the 3-1 count.
Now. Right, 3-1 now. All right.
I've been known to miss them from time to time. As the 3-1 pitch on the way from Mitchell, and that one swung on, and going over the top of it is Aceves, and that'll run the count full.
So runners on second and third, full count, 1 out.
And 3 runs across. Lovington looking to keep the line moving. As Mitchell looks in, gets the sign and the payoff pitch swung on, and that's a hard shot. On the ground to Tellez at second. He'll fire it to Nice at first in time, but it will score Tavera, and it's a 4-run inning for the Wildcats. So Aceves out 4-3, but it'll be an RBI sacrifice. And the Cats go up another one as Ruiz will move down to third, running for Tejeda. So 2 down now as you hear Salinas to the plate, a 4-0 lead for the Wildcats. As Salinas with the big wide stance settles into the right side box. And the first pitch to you here is on the outside corner, called strike 1. No balls, 1 strike the count. Runner at third is Ortiz for Tejeda. And the 0-1 pitch swung on, and not quite long enough on the bat for that one as Salinas opened up the hips and pulled the bat away from the ball. He's quickly down, no balls, 2 strikes. So the no ball, 2-strike count, the wind and the pitch, and ding dong. That's the third hit batter as that one gets you here right in the 2 on the back of the jersey. And now there are Cats at the corners on the third hit batter of the inning. And that'll bring Ryan Marquez to the plate. Marquez, another one of the lefties for the Wildcats. Marquez and Garcia, the two that are regularly out there from the left side of things. So Cats at the corners with 2 outs. And the wind and the pitch, runner goes, and ding-dong, that one is going to hit Marquez right in the back. That is the 4th hit batter of the inning, and it loads the bases up once again as we turn the lineup over with Diego Brito.
And I saw Mitchell motion toward the dugout, kind of like, hey, come get me, but the coach is not coming out there. Mitchell's going to face another batter.
Going to have to work through it here. So Lovington, 4 runs across, bases loaded, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the first, they lead it 4-0. Or rather, Ruiz at third, Salinas at second, Marquez at first.
Always hard to watch a pitcher struggling, whether they're on your team or the opposing team. It's just tough.
As the wind and the pitch, and Diego's going to take that one into the parking lot. And that'll be strike 1. Maybe it'll hit my little brother's car. I think he just pulled in. He's coming to get a key for something, so.
All right.
And, yes, I'm going to make fun of him all afternoon, and I hope he is watching and listening. I need to text his daughters. The 0-1 pitch, and that's a little chopper. That could be trouble. Charging in is Mygard. He'll get it, but no play, and that'll score the run. The infield RBI single for Diego Brito as that'll score Ruiz, and the line just keeps moving for the Wildcats. So 5-0 is the score as Salinas to third, Marquez to second. And now it'll be Luis Garcia at an RBI double earlier this inning and scored, so he is 1 for 1. And Lovington channeling Goddard from Saturday. This looks an awful lot like that game did. And the wind and the first pitch, and Ryan will take that one hard on the ground, but right at Neese at first, and he will take it over to the first base bag and end the bleeding. But the damage is done as the Wildcats played 5 here in the first. After an inning of play, it's Lovington 5, Portales 0. You're listening to and watching the Lovington Wildcats from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle's new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that helps keep your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington, your Napa Auto Store.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
Sorry, Don, go ahead.
No, that's fine. 5 runs on 3 hits.
That is correct.
All right, and 1 error.
No errors.
No errors. Well, I had. I guess I'm a harder grader than you are sometimes. Okay, and we had 3 left on base. No, 2 left on base. So
3 left.
3 left. If they had loaded them up, and then of course that last out, the ground out. So yes.
Leading it off, it will be Josiah Tellez, and he'll take the first pitch away for ball 1. So it'll be 4, 5, and 6. Tellez, Mygard, and Velasco due up for the Portales Rams. As the wind starts kicking up, as the clouds start picking up. Brito, a quick worker, and the 1-0 is outside for ball 2. Oh, a 2-ball, no strike count, just underway, top of the second. Lovington leading 5-0 with Don Morgan. I'm TJ Miracle. Brito will fire to Tellez, and that one is going to be in the air. It's a line shot that's going to drop in front of a charging Salinas. I think the wind knocked that one down just a little bit. Yahir gets to it and throws it in, but it is the leadoff single to right for Tellez. Just sat back and waited on that one and took it out to right field. And that'll be Mygard to the plate, the third baseman for these Rams of Portales. Of course, we were in Portales last night. Always good hospitality there in Portales as the wind and the pitch, and that one's on the outside corner, strike one. Understand last night from their athletic director that they'll be building a new softball and tennis complex in Portales. So happy for them about that. And the 0-1 pitch, and that one is going to be ripped but foul down the left field side, and it'll bounce actually behind the batting cage down there. But quickly, a no-ball, 2-strike count took something off of that one, and Mygard way in front of it and put a charge in it. So quickly down, though, no balls and 2 strikes. Runner at first is Tellez.
Portales has some work to do at the bat with those 5 runs staring at them on the board.
As Brito checks, kicks, fires, and that one will be fouled off, and so Mygard will stay alive at no balls and 2 strikes.
No outs and a runner sitting on first for Portales. Lovington needs to do what they did in the last inning, which was get out of it efficiently without giving up any runs.
So the no ball, 2-strike count as Tejeda gets the ball back out to Brito. The door kind of flopping in the...
Yeah, I think I'll go and just shut that since it's blowing everything around.
And a pickoff attempt, and sliding back in safely is Tellez. So the pickoff attempt, and that helped Lovington get some runs with some bad pickoff attempts in that first inning. They lead it 5-0. As Mygard will step back in. Brito from the stretch looks over, and Tellez, now he's going to take his lead, only about a half step, and that one's going to be poked into shallow center field. Wind going to knock it down. Going over and adjusting and making the grab is Garcia on the little pop out to the shortstop. The Wind was playing heck with that one, but he will grab it, and that'll keep Tellez over at first, and there is 1 down here in this top half of the second inning. So top of the second, 1 down is now Mario Velasco will step to the plate. Thank you for closing the door, Dawn.
You're welcome. I was tired of trying to. I was
trying to hold on to everything.
Yeah, I was getting distracted, just trying to hang on.
Oh, the pitch, and that one's going to run inside to Velasco. It'll be ball 1. Oh, 1 ball, no strike count. Tellez with the leadoff single, still at first. Tavera holds him on. Outfield playing pretty much their normal positions. Sanchez maybe a little bit shallow in center, only about halfway back. As the lefty Velasco waits on the delivery from the righty Brito, and Diego takes a little bit off of that one and looks for the outside corner but misses, and it'll be ball 2. No, a 2 ball, no strike count. Lovington up by 5 and trying to hold it that way as Brito checks the runner, kicks and fires, swung on. That one is lifted high in the air, but the wind going to knock it down as Salinas will go over, and he will make the grab and double clutch it and basically dare Tellez to go one way or the other, but it'll be a fly out to right, and there is 2 down. Wind just absolutely took that one and knocked it out of the air, held it up, plenty of time for Salinas to get to it.
But tough to judge when the wind is playing like a ball, with a ball that high in the air. Salinas already, worth his pay today out in right field with a couple of good catches out there.
Blowing right to left is now Briley Neese will step in as timeout going to be taken and a balk going to be called on Brito, which will move Tellez over to second on the balk. Don't see that often.
No,
and it was the home plate umpire that called it, not the field official who's actually watching. So I'm going to say Diego came set and then started his movement. So now he'll set at the chest. He'll look in, get his sign from Tejeda, kicks and fires, and that one is in there, called strike 1 on Neese. Briley Neese, the first baseman, is the hitter for the Rams. So a no ball, 1 strike count. As coming set again is Diego. He'll check on the runner. Tellez gets a pretty good lead in the wind and the pitch, and that's a line shot out into left field. Going to take a little funny hop. Marquez gets it on 1. He'll fire in as rounding third and heading home is Tellez. And the Portales Rams are on the board on the Briley Neese single RBI to left. He put a charge in that one.
He did. That was a hard line drive shot, but a nice stop by Marquez out there. It could have easily have gotten by him, but he stopped it and then made a good throw in when he saw he couldn't.
So now the pitcher, Mitchell, he's going to take the first pitch. It'll bounce to Garcia. Going to go the short way to Aceves at second and get Neese 6-4 for out number 3. Portales puts a run on the board, though. We've played an inning and a half. It's Lovington 5, Portales 1. This is Wildcat Baseball from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Hey, all you Lovington Wildcat fans! Lovington sports are in full swing, and at the Lovington schools, they'd like for you to come out and cheer on the Lovington Wildcats. Lovington Schools is the best district in all of Lee County. For more information on the Lovington schools, please log on to lovingtonschools.net. And don't forget to support the Lovington schools and the Lovington Wildcats.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
And welcome back to Lovington baseball, as in the top of the bottom of the second inning, that is. There were 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and we had 1 left on base. And with the call going into the bottom of the second, here's TJ Miracle.
Thank you very much, Don Morgan. Damian Ortiz leads off, followed by Jordy Tavera and Victor Tejeda. The Cats leading this one 5-1. They'd like to tack another 4 or 5 runs back onto this one. Mitchell still on the hill for Portales. So Lovington going to look to take advantage, as Ortiz last time up was hit by a pitch and scored. So he will look to get up there and do some damage. Lovington pretty consistent here through the early going. Would like to keep that moving against this Portales team. Of course, big rivalry game. Doesn't matter what the records are, how the teams are. Always see good intensity when it is the blue versus the red and Lee County versus Roosevelt County. As Mitchell will set, look in, gets the sign from Neese, kicks and fires, and that fastball is on the outside corner. Strike 1 called. So it is a no ball, 1 strike count. Mitchell always from the stretch, gets his sign and fires the 0-1, and it's right back, knocked down by Mitchell. Rolls behind the mound. He's going to have to hurry, but he throws it, short arms it. It's going to bounce in front of Neese and go all the way to the screen. As rounding first and heading to second is Ortiz. So Ortiz had him beat, so he gets the infield single, but he will advance to second on the throwing error. So the E1 has a man in scoring position, and the Cats in business again. So now Jordy Tavera to the plate. Jordy hit by a pitch earlier in the game, so yet to have an at-bat. He also scored. Now he's going to try and cash in Ortiz over at second. As Mitchell checks the runner, comes to the plate, and that fastball going to run outside. And it's a 1 ball, no strike count. So the infield single followed by the error. Have the Cats in business here in their half of the second. They'd like to get that run back and maybe some more. Mitchell checks the runner, kicks and comes to the plate. It's a hot shot on the ground. Tellez will field it and fire it over to Neese at first. 4-3 for out number 1, but it does move Ortiz down to third. So Lovington, with that run potentially just 90 feet away, is Victor Tejeda to the plate. Victor with a good eye, worked the walk last time up. Got an RBI for it as well. So officially 0 for 0, but he does have the RBI because the bases were loaded when he walked. The 1 walk that's been issued by Mitchell, and he'll come to the plate, and the first pitch is a good ball on the outside corner, called strike 1. 40th pitch of the afternoon for Mitchell. Here with 1 down in the bottom of the second as the 0-1 pitch swung on, and that one off the hands. It's a slow roller, backhanded by Neese, but nobody over to cover, and gonna run it out on the infield single, Victor Tejeda. He'll also get another RBI as Damian Ortiz will score, and Lovington up 6-1.
Well, and that really was not good basics of baseball, knowing who goes where, when something happens, and really you had 3 guys right at the ball and nobody on the base to take the throw.
No, as Tellez and Mitchell were both trying to go for the ball, and it was actually Neese's ball. So, hey, we'll take the run as the pitch, and pulling it back is going to be Sanchez. Shows bunt, but it's high for ball 1. So another run in on an infield single Lovington up 6-1 here in the bottom of the second. As Sanchez settles back in, and runner goes as Ruiz on his horse. Good throw, but it'll bounce. Knocking it down is Gutierrez. And so Ruiz with the stolen base. And there is now a runner at second in scoring position. A 1-1 count to Sanchez at the plate. So the 1-ball, 1-strike count. Runner now in scoring position. Ruiz not afraid to run as the 1-1 pitch, and that one will be a fastball that's going to miss in for ball 2. The Portales faithful thinking, yeah, maybe. Pretty close. When Sanchez watches ball 2 into the glove of Nice. Ruiz leads off second, and the 2-1 pitch shows bunt again, pulls it back, and that will be ball 3. So with one out, Sanchez going to be looking to put it in place somehow to get Ruiz over at third. And the 3-1 pitch shows bunt again and keeps it down, but misses the ball, and that'll run the count full. Now he's going to have to swing away. Sanchez 0 for 1 was a strikeout victim back in the first.
Just one out with a runner out on second in scoring position for Lovington. They've already put one across the plate today.
Mitchell sets and the payoff pitch, and that one is going to miss away. Ball 4, and Gilbert will work the walk. And so now Lovington with Katz at first and second, and Jonathan Aceves to the plate. Jonathan grounded out in the first, but did get an RBI out of it. So Aceves will step in with runners at first and second. Sanchez at first, Ruiz at second. And the pitch to Jonathan. He'll take that one back into the netting. Not called strike one. It is strike one on the swing. So a no ball, 1-strike count as the clouds continue to build. The wind kind of gusts for a few minutes, then settles down for a few minutes, then gusts for a few minutes, then settles down. Now it's blowing almost directly in, but pretty light. As Mitchell will check on the Cat runners, and the 0-1 pitch swung on, and that one's right back up the middle. Knocked down by Gutierrez, but it'll kick off into shallow center field. Coach Deck going to send Ruiz around. He's at the plate and comes in safely, and sitting off in no man's land. A base running error is going to be Sanchez, still in no man's land. The run scores, but now we've got the rundown going, and finally the tag is going to be put on Sanchez, who got out in no man's land, but it's an RBI single for Aceves, as he had to stay over at first because of the way Sanchez kind of got knocked down over there. But it's 7-0 in favor of the Cats. So with Sanchez, and I'm going to have to check my number. Okay, so the final out was Mygard, the third baseman, who actually tagged him from the second base side. So it goes, and this is going to get fun, so hang on. It goes 2-6 to 4 to 2 to 5 for out number 2.
All right.
26425. It sounds like a phone number. Actually, it is my phone number from when I was growing up. So, yeah, here Salinas steps in now with 2 outs and a runner on, and the first pitch is away for ball 1. Oh, 1-ball, no strike count. Lovington has put 2 on the board. They lead 7-1 here in the second. As Mitchell sets and fires, and that one going to be knee-high as Salinas watches it in. Now he's got to be in plate protection mode, down no balls and 2 strikes. 1-0-ball, 2-strike count. And the wind and the pitch, and that one going to be swung on, and it'll be chopped foul. And now it'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pardon me, I was again looking at the wrong line in my book. No, 1 ball, 2 strike count. I will get all this sorted out eventually, I promise. Runner at first is Aceves. The RBI single. He's on over there as Nice will hold him on. And the 1-2 pitch is in there. Called strike 3 as Salinas watches it into the glove. Second strikeout for Mitchell, and that'll end the inning for the Wildcats. But they put 2 more on. We've played 2. It's Lovington 7, Portales 1. This is Lovington Wildcat Baseball from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
General Welding Supply, Inc., the only locally owned and operated welding supply shop in Lee County. Why is shopping local important? There are many reasons. Shopping local keeps your dollar right here in Lee County. The staff at General Welding Supply shops the same stores you do. How about support? General Welding Supply supports local by sponsoring schools and youth sports. Shop General Welding Supply in Hobbs and Lovington. General Welding Supply, a proud supporter of Lovington sports. Find them fast in names and numbers.
And in the bottom of the second inning, Lovington puts 2 runs on the board on 3 hits. Portales commits 1 error, and Lovington leaves 1 on base. We're going to go to the top of the 3rd inning. Your score is 7-1, Lovington leading, and with the call, TJ Miracle.
First pitch to Caden Gutierrez is going to miss up and in, ball 1. It'll be Gutierrez, Davis, and Neese, 9-1 and 2, due up for Portales. Brito quickly back to work in the 1-0 pitch, little sidearm, and that one is going to be popped up into right center field. Going over is Sanchez. He calls off Salinas and makes the grab. So 2 pitches and 1 out on the pop-up to shallow center. Nice job by Sanchez to stay with the wind and to get that one. So it turns the lineup over for Portales as Dason Davis will step in. He flew out to Salinas, who almost misjudged it to start the game, but he flew out to right, so he's 0 for 1. As Portales now going to see Brito for the second time through the order. Brito very efficient, just his 27th pitch on that last out as the pitch, and that one's going to be outside to Davis, ball 1. 1 ball, no strike count, 1 down. We are in the top of the 3rd inning. Lovington up 7-1. Brito kicks and fires as Davis takes that one right up the middle, and the line shot, and Garcia charges and gets it right behind the bag at second. Not sure how he got there, but he did, and it looked like it was dying, and Garcia reached out and snapped it out of the air, and there is 2 down.
I mean, he's quick, and that was a great play. I think the wind did help just a little. The wind was blowing into the ball, slowing it up just slightly, but, man, what a great grab. What a great catch.
So Chandon Neese will step in, and he'll take the first pitch. It's a breaking ball that's going to miss in for ball 1. Neese 1 for 1 at an infield single his last time up. Then was caught stealing in the 1-0 pitch, and that fastball on the outside corner evens it up at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Lovington playing a pretty good defensive game here today, and it's nice. They've tightened things up, more productive at the bat, and better in the outfield as well.
1-1 pitch swung on, and that's a hard shot, but it is going to be foul down the left field line. I wasn't sure there for a minute if that one was fair or foul. Turns out it's foul. And that's good news because Neese would have probably been standing on 3rd the way that one was going.
Yeah, that was ripped.
So the 1-2 pitch as it winds up being just a long strike 2. As Brito shakes off Tejeda a couple of times, and timeout going to be asked for and granted by Neese.
2 outs, nobody on here in the top of the 3rd inning as the ump giving him a little time.
Of course, remember, about 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one, we'll have game 2 of the district doubleheader as the 1-2 pitch on the way and just a bit inside as it actually goes behind Neese for ball 2.
And had Neese moved back, he would have moved into the ball. It would have hit him, probably on the posterior.
I don't think you're supposed to move into the ball.
No.
So the 2-2 pitch on the way, and that one going to just miss away, and that will run the count full to Chandon Neese, the catcher for these Rams. Oh, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Brito sets, and the payoff pitch, and that one is going to miss away, ball 4. That'll be the first walk of the afternoon issued by Diego.
And Brito just kind of, his release was a little quicker than normal. He kind of snapped that off, and it went outside. I think he just wasn't quite ready to release that. Maybe he came down a little bit funny on his foot.
So now it'll be Ontiveros to the plate. Ontiveros, a strikeout victim to end the first. Brito from the stretch checks the runner. Pickoff attempt. Sweep tag by Tavera. Not in time as Neese slides back in safely. We have a courtesy runner in for Neese. I'll have to check the number. No, I believe that is still Neese out there running. So the catcher going to run for himself with 2 down. As Brito looks and fires, and that one going to be foul tipped. And it'll be strike 1. no ball, one strike count. Adrian Ontiveros is the hitter. Settles into the left side box. And hopping off the mound is Brito. And sliding back in is Nice.
Just got to be really careful with those throwovers as a ball that gets past.
And the wind and the pitch, and that one's going to run inside. I don't know how that one missed, but it'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
And sometimes that throw can lead to taking second base.
So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. Brito will check on the runner over at first. 2 away. Diego sets. He will go over now and fires, and that one is going to be low, and the sweep tag by Tavera not going to make it in there. So Brito with 2 outs probably needs to spend a little less time worrying about the runner, Chandon Nice, and a little bit more time at the plate. The wind and the pitch, and that one is going to run inside, and that'll make it ball 2. 40th pitch of the afternoon for Diego, and it is a 2 ball, 1 strike count. Again, Nice is just driving Diego crazy out there. Again, Brito doesn't need to worry about him with 2 outs. The wind and the pitch, the curveball. Diego will snap it as it comes back to him. Fires it over to Tavera at first. 1-3 for out number 3. Portales puts a man on but can't move him around. We're back for more Wildcat baseball right after this. This is Lovington Sports from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Your way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcacnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle's new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that helps keep your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington, your Napa Auto Store.
And welcome back to Lovington baseball. In the top of the 3rd inning, Portales had no runs, no hits, 1 left on base. Lovington committed no errors. We go to the bottom of the 3rd with Lovington coming up to bat. They lead this one 7-1, and with the call, here's TJ Miracle.
Thank you very much, Don Morgan. Ryan Marquez will lead it off. He'll be followed by Diego Brito and Luis Garcia. It is 9-1-2 due up for the Cats, and we do have a new pitcher into the game for Portales, as taking over on the hill will be number 23. That'll be Braden Mygard. Mygard taking over for Mitchell. And so we'll have to see who they're going to put over at 3rd. They may have just put Mitchell over at 3rd, but we'll double check on all of the changes that are sure to have been made.
Mygard. You have Mygard? I've got... Oh, okay.
Number 23.
Number 23.
He's
okay.
the new pitcher.
Yes, okay. Yeah, I just didn't have the right
and
number.
I think we've had a lightning strike.
Mygard. All right.
So, yep, it looks like they are clearing the field. So that means lightning has hit somewhere around the field. And so that means we are now in a 30-minute weather delay.
Oh,
this happens
joy.
to us a whole lot.
This has been a stormy spring.
Well, it has been. Of course, it's normally like this, but normally we're not playing high school sports. So welcome to COVID world.
Sure, yeah. We're usually done with baseball and softball by the middle of May.
Yes, we are. And so, yep, they have said that it is a lightning delay. So we will be in a 30-minute delay before the start of this bottom of the 3rd inning. Lovington leading 7-1. So we'll go ahead and just leave the camera rolling. But mostly because I don't want to reset all the stuff on the screen. So we'll leave the camera rolling, but we'll turn the mics off, and we'll be back in about a half hour. Lovington baseball will continue from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Welcome back to Lovington Wildcat Baseball from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. And we have just received word that we're done.
Yeah, and what's interesting is our camera that is on the video is probably not doing justice. The angle and the way it's capturing things, you really can't get an idea of just how dark the clouds are and just how much rain has fallen and is raining right now. So things are very wet. It's very dangerous. The lightning is almost constant, and it's right above us and right around us. So it's definitely going to be one that we have no hope of resuming tonight, not safely anyway.
No, not at all. We played 2.5 innings, Lovington leading 7-0, and we do know that we will try and finish this game and play the second game next Thursday right back here. So, of course, if anything on that changes, we will certainly let you know, but a good game through the first 2.5 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, 7-1 is your score. We'll resume in that with 2.5 played, right? We'll resume in the
bottom of the third.
Bottom of the third inning. So actually 3.5 or 2.5 innings played. So bottom of the third, we'll come back. We had yet to even have a batter come up and start batting, so we don't have to worry about any resuming counts or anything. It'll just be first batter up in the bottom of the third for Portales, and Lovington winning 7-1. So good showing today. Congrats on the Wildcats coming out and having a good start to this one. It's just a real shame that Mother Nature has to put a stop to us, because Lovington really came out to play, and they were playing well, not just offensively, but defensively as well today.
Yep, so we'll pick this one up on Thursday with the Wildcats in the lead 7-1. Our next streamcast will be Lovington softball on Saturday. You will be across the parking lot, weather permitting, over at Lady Cat Field for softball beginning at 11 o'clock Saturday morning. We will also have the baseball game for you Saturday, both those available at HobbsAmerica.com.
And both those doubleheaders and both district tilts against tough opponents.
Absolutely. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up and head on out before we get even wetter. So we will see you again on Saturday. This has been an exclusive presentation of Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports under rights from the Lovington Municipal Schools. Good night, everybody.